Long before the Twin Towers in New York become the tallest buildings in the world, their developers face a mammoth problem. The minute they start construction, the clock starts ticking. Every day their building is unfinished costs them dearly. So they have to work out how to reduce the construction time to the absolute minimum. The solution they come up with is to prefabricate sections of the towers and assemble them like a giant jigsaw puzzle. They build the sections off-site and ship them to the tower's construction site precisely when they are needed. The only problem is how to lift the super heavy 50-ton sections into place quickly enough. The traditional tool to build skyscrapers like the Empire State Building is the derrick crane. But to get derricks from one floor to the next, they have to be disassembled, carried up, and reassembled, a process that can take 2 days. Such a crane is not going to be fast enough for the World Trade Center.
These buildings were higher than anything that had been constructed in the past. So naturally, we cast our eyes about the world to see what was there and what might be better suited to the project.
The team find a revolutionary crane in Australia. It can lift 50 tons, and 4 of them can reach into every corner of a twin tower. And once they have assembled 3 floors, an amazing thing happens. The bottom of the crane releases, glides up 3 stories, and locks back into place. And then the whole crane jumps itself up to the next level. That's why it's called the kangaroo crane.
They were fast. Well, they had some defects. They spread a lot of oil around, so it was a constant cleanup operation after them and so forth. But they were fast and quite reliable.
With the help of the prefabricated sections and the jumping kangaroo cranes, the Twin Towers take shape rapidly. The builders managed to finish up to 2 floors every week. In 1970, World Trade Tower 1 becomes the tallest building in the world. And while even more floors appear at the top, tenants move in at the bottom. Time is money. On the Burj Dubai, the kangaroo crane is still the crane of choice. Here the builders have taken prefabrication to a new level. The key to speed is a new technology called jump forming. The process starts at the bottom of the building. Steel workers assemble steel cages that will become the backbone for the floors and walls of the Burj Dubai. The kangaroo cranes hoist the steel cages up and slot them into special molds called jump forms. In goes the concrete, and 12 hours later, when the concrete hardens, the form gets ready for the jump. Hydraulic pistons push the form up, leaving the concrete block behind. It takes only 2 hours for the form to move up to the next level, where the process starts all over again. This way, the Burj Dubai is cast in place, layer by layer, like a giant wedding cake.